I'm Vivian Varner with B&B Entertainment. I'm here today with J. David Leonard, who will be presenting a very special seminar for B&B Entertainment. David is the owner of Reveal Audio Services right here in Marietta, Georgia, and is a nationally published songwriter with major label credits and television credits. That is so awesome. If I'm not mistaken, you've taught a full songwriting course at Kennesaw State University. I believe that's the place where we met, actually.
I did, and what I'll be presenting for you is going to be the foundation of that course.
Awesome. Now, I attended that course, and when I went in, I was just more than a newbie, if there is such a thing. But I didn't know very much about songwriting at all, but I was very, very interested, always wanted to write songs as a singer. And it was probably one of the best classes that I've ever been to. So having you to come in and share this information is amazing. Now, when I got to that class, I think one of the things that I probably am a lot like others in thinking that there's going to be a lot of rules to this songwriting thing, and I'm not going to be able to pick this up. Is that true?
You know, I've seen books and methods that explain songwriting as a bunch of rules, and I think if you tried to play golf or any other sport like that by trying to learn a whole bunch of rules about how to stand or how to hold a racket or whatever, you're going to clutter your mind up with a bunch of things and not even be able to play the sport. When I developed this method, it was to try to cut through all that clutter and come up with the guiding principles that you need to write an effective song. And that's what this Foundations of Successful Songwriting is about, is cutting through all that and getting right down to the meat of the matter, the guiding principles that you need to use to write effective songs. To me, there really aren't any rules of songwriting. What there are, instead, are listener expectations. When people hear your song, what do they expect to hear? And so by following these guiding principles, you will be giving the listener the expectations that they are looking for.
Now, here's something that I thought was interesting for me. And when you say successful songwriting, what do you really mean by that?
Okay, I'm not talking about like making a wad of money or anything like that.
Oh, no?
No. Although that could happen. That could happen. No, what I'm saying is, if you feel something strongly enough to write a song about it, and you've performed that song to an audience, and you get that same feeling back from the audience, you have succeeded as a songwriter.
Sure.
That's it. That's what we do. That's why we do it right there. We want to connect with people. We feel something. We want them to feel it. If they give that back to us, we have done our job. We have successfully communicated our feeling. We've gotten it back. Now, if you do this for millions of people, you'll make a lot of money at it. But even if it's only performing it to the one person you care about, the only person that you intend to ever hear your song, if that is successful, then they have felt what you felt. That's what I'm talking about.
So would one have to actually have had some songwriting experience or be a musician? Or what types of tools would they really need to be successful in your class or your session?
For this Foundations of Successful Songwriting, you don't need any special skills for this. Although if you've at least tried to write a song, that'll help. If you've at least tried to play an instrument, that'll help. If you do play an instrument, all the better. If you've actually written a couple of songs, all the better, because then you understand the process. You understand the struggles that are involved in writing a good song to your satisfaction, at least, or picking up an instrument and playing it well enough to accompany yourself. You'll at least understand those struggles, and so when I talk about something musical, you'll have an idea of what I'm talking about, or when I talk about some kind of songwriting issue, you'll understand what I'm talking about better. So yeah, it's good if you've had some kind of experience like that before, but even if you haven't, I'm explaining at such a basic fundamental level that I believe you'll get something out of this, even if you've never written a song before, even if you've never played an instrument before. But I will say, if you can at least sing a melody, you'll be able to gather from what I'm talking about on the musical side of things, you'll be able to get what I'm talking about.
So David, thanks so much for stopping by and sharing with us, and I want to invite everybody to come by and take part in the class. You will never regret it. It's the Foundations of Successful Songwriting with J. David Leonard, and we'll see you there.